Hello everybody, I'm Tom and you are watching me play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We're continuing with the Gangs of Novigrad quest, so we're going to help Cleaver's men clear out Horsen's... No problem, let's go. We're going to use Cleaver's men to... Yeah, let's go.
Let's go then.
We're going to raid his casino. Which is just down here. God damn it. Okay then. Well, he's dead.
Should look around.
Nice. More guys upstairs. There's no arm gone. Ow. I should heal.
I thought Witcher's potions were vile.
Oh, I took Pop's mold. Because it auto put it onto my thing. That's kind of annoying. I mean, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Drink some water. Here. Where is... we got this off Dijkstra, but it auto put it into my potion slot, so I was expecting Swallow to be there, but it wasn't. No. What's Swallow here? Thank you. There we go. Healing. That's a bit better.
You're a fucking dinklage!
Okay then. I'm gonna run down here and just check, see if there's anything else for me to grab. May as well loot the place while I'm here. Since I used Cleaver's men to help me clear it out, I may as well actually clear it out. Income and outlays. There was also a couple of books I bought at the very end of the last episode, which you wouldn't know unless you watched the Gwent tournament. I bought them off the elf in the Scoia'tael band. But here, income and outlays. Gaming Saloon number 1, current months. Outlays, 38,756 crowns. Overhead, 5,296 crowns. Organisational taxes, 3,875 crowns. That's a notable profit. Debtors, Kent Tybalt, 1,285. Payment deadline, end of the month, non-negotiable. Sasha, 956. Payment deadline, middle of next month. 2 weeks extension possible with a rate increase of 35%. Holy shit. Phineas, 5,100 crowns. Payment late, last warning. Holy shit. Bernard Tully, debt repaid. Patrick Hazelnut, warning issued. Collections procedures initiated. Interesting. How do you get 5,100 crowns in debt? That's impressive. But we have Elven Sages. Many think En Severn, meaning sage, is simply the elder speech term for sorcerer. Yet to equate a sage with a common practitioner of magic is akin to considering a newly drafted private, hay sticking out of his breeches, a witch's equal simply because both wield swords. A sage wields magic, true, and does so with greater skill than even the most accomplished of human mages. The great renown and regard in which they are held, however, comes not from their skill, but from the other, truly rare abilities they possess. Nothing is secret for an elven sage. They see both past and future as easily as the present. They have mastery over all the arcana of magic as well as every domain of scholarship. They are the only ones who understand the nature and operation of the so-called Elder Blood and the gene of Laradoran, and they guard this knowledge jealously. How numerous are the elven sages? In all my life I have met only one, Ida Amian of the Blue Mountains. She might possibly be the last representative of this mysterious caste. It is true I have encountered mentions of a male elf who might also belong to it, but as of this writing, I have been unable to confirm this. That's actually a bit of foreshadowing, interestingly. But essentially, elven sages are like the most powerful mages of all elves. Yeah, I mean, this did a pretty good job of describing it, in all honesty. And Monumenta Elforum. To my beloved Y, To my beloved Y, I still await your kestrel. Istrid of Aid Gin Vale. Let us begin, dear reader, with a riddle that links a town like Vizima, the proud capital of Temeria, or Oxenfurt, a centre of learning for all of the north, with Aid Gin Vale, a provincial settlement at the end of the known world. Nothing, it would seem. After all, each of these places look, sound, and smell different. Their origins, however, are identical. All were founded atop ancient elven cities. The ruins sprawling beneath their streets bear witness to this fact. A tour of elven monuments is best begun in Vizima, in the city sewers, to be precise. A dangerous place to be sure, so it is worth bringing along a well-armed guide. A branch of the sewers leads to the remains of an Enshe city. One can still admire its masterfully crafted plafons? Plafons? I don't know what that is. Peer into its immaculately polished marble facings, find artifacts discarded by the Elder Race, and hold ancient tomes that disintegrate into one's hands. Equally impressive monuments of elven culture can be found only in Oxenfurt, as well as somewhere in the wilds of Felon, though I have been unable to verify this information personally. What caused elven civilization to collapse? Plague? Cataclysm? No, dear reader, their destruction was caused by us, by humans. We drove the elves from their cities, and instead of occupying their marvellous palaces, we dismantled them to build our meagre and crooked huts. All that remains is that which we covered in debris and sludge, and then wiped from our memories for centuries. It's not entirely inaccurate. Humans also have the benefit that they breed a hell of a lot faster than elves do. Elves are longer lived, sure, but they also are less plentiful because they are so long lived. If you live 500 years, you're not going to have multiple children, or you're not going to have as many children at least as a human does in such a short time. So humans tend to proliferate faster.
Watch it, Trent. Maybe that's not just well.
I got a list of debtors there. I don't think it's anything particularly important, but I got it nonetheless, so I want to read it. Adalbert Zimmer, Gwyn Hoos, Letis Bilius, Sigmar Prokop, Rico, Mortimer Shivendell, Stan de Grice, Aardvark van der Baltimore. Fair enough. An elven sword in here, which is cool. Our quest updated, I think. Yeah, there you go. Search the,
Beat you half to death. Hey, can you hear me?
There's a halfling there. Who was labelled as Rico, who was one of the people who was apparently a debtor.
You alive?
Don't finish me.
Don't intend to.
Who the hell are you? Heard screaming downstairs.
It's all right now.
Will you help me?
What's your name?
Rico. Rico Mayersdorf.
Why are you here?
What's it look like? Came here to sit and think. God. All right. Clever and tough's not working for me. They took me for one of Bedlam's moles.
Are you?
Well, kinda. Yeah.
So what have you kinda learned?
Horson's working hand in glove with the Redanians. I don't know the details, but he's on their side. And that's all I know.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. I'll lay low until things settle down. Bedlam will learn you helped me. See him. He's sure to reward you.
That'd be useful. Once again, I completely forgot to start my timer. Take to Vernon Roach, which we're going to do next, but I'm going to go talk to the King of Thieves. Apart from anything else, I want to go back to the King of Thieves because some local ruffians outside were talking about the fact that apparently Horson raided the King of Thieves' hideout, which is interesting. That takes some balls, and I'm surprised he would do it. Alright, so I've now helped Cleaver, so I think that is just done. I've got to go back and talk to Cleaver, okay. So I'll go back and talk to Cleaver at some point as well. However, I am first going to go talk to Bedlam. This way, I think, is the quickest. If I go...
God, the Reapers come for me.
Down here? I think if I come down here, I can get a fast travel point. Indeed. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Yeah, so we should be able to fast travel down to the Gate of the Hierarch, which should get me down to Bedlam's place pretty easily. It's now 5 in the morning.
Double chase.
Double chase. It's a dwarven swear word.
Enough to feed the
Let's see. I think I went the long way around. I think it would have been quicker if I'd run the other direction, but... yeah, it's close enough.
Open up.
Sweet.
damn mages.
I don't know if I think I cut myself off before, but I was saying some ruffians outside... no, I didn't. I said it. Horson apparently attacked this place. I don't know if it eventuated into anything, but he apparently did. Anyway, I'll see if he gives me a reward. Where are you? Oh, down there.
Hi.
Should pick your men more carefully. Rico blew his cover like a novice.
Yeah, he told me. And I told him to leave town. Most likely promised I'd reward you, didn't he?
So he said.
Yep.
Take it.
I like Francis. Got some experience for that, which is nice. Also got... ooh, Arlithrad. Freya Warrior's armor. Nice. I also want to do this talk point.
Work with mages often?
My, aren't you curious? You yourself looking for work, perhaps?
No, I just know them. Usually not all that willing to get their hands dirty.
Don't know him well, then. A hounded, hungry mage is desperate as any man. Not about to be fussy when taking on work. Novigrad's a city of opportunities. Chances to be seized. You should grab one too.
Farewell.
Yeah, as I was saying, I like Francis probably better than most of the other leaders. Dijkstra's not too bad, but Dijkstra is always self-interested. He always has been, always will be. I mean, he's self-interested to a point. He's also fiercely... what would be the best way to describe it? Patriotic, I suppose. For Redania. Which may seem weird, considering that he's openly opposed to Redania currently. However, he's openly... interesting. He's openly opposed to Redania because of Radovid, and Radovid is fucking insane. As we will notice pretty quickly in this playthrough, we're coming up to the point where we're going to meet Radovid. I want to talk to Cleaver. So let's go to High Rock Square. I'll also change this quest to the Gangs of Novigrad.
Any needs, master?
I'm assuming I'm just going to tell Cleaver what I told Dijkstra, that he's working for the Redanians. And then everyone is on the same page as far as the gang bosses are anyway. Hey, Cleaver.
What do you want?
What can you tell me about Junior?
Aiming to write his biography. Put his dad in it. Horson, son of Horson. Great title.
I'm all ears.
Horson Sr. was the most ruthless man I've ever met. Unmatched at blackmail, murder and hustling. Word is, he had a line on the hierarchy himself. Junior inherited all his gaffer's traits except one, his love of poetry. Senior was on his way to an evening recital when Junior killed him. Then he promptly took over all his dear daddy's businesses and contacts.
Interesting.
Went to Junior's joint.
I heard. My lads near came to blows wanting to be the first to tell me. Made quite an impression on them. I know Horson. Wherever he is, he's positively furious. Won't be able to control himself. He'll leave whatever hidey hole he found to lay low in.
Can't wait.
Patience, Witcher. And cheer up. Cleaver pays well for a job well done. Promised a reward, and here it is. More where that came from.
Nice. So that's another quest done, which is nice because it gives me a bunch of experience. But also puts me in good graces with pretty much all the gangs in Novigrad, which is a good place to stand in general, as far as I'm concerned. So the King of Beggars likes me because I helped his man, Cleaver likes me because I helped him murder Horson's men, and Dijkstra likes me because, well, I'm going to help him find his treasure, but also I told him about the fact that Horson is working with the Redanians. All of which are things that he finds kind of very interesting. Now, my question here is, do I want to talk to Roach, who was out here? Or do I want to help Dijkstra? I think, while I'm in Novigrad, I may as well help Dijkstra with his, money problems. Maybe? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Wait, where is it? Is it a main quest? Oh, it is too. I'll go and investigate Reuven's break-in. Slightly metagamey of me, but the actual order of that works out quite a lot better as well, if I remember correctly. Although I do really want to go talk to Roach, because Roach is awesome. So if we run back here... The Pops mold is still active on me, so I can actually just walk in here, which is good to know.
Pipe's great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast torch is curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall 2.
I accidentally activated that too soon.
Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the currents clear away here. Must have been one powerful blast.
Once again, I activated that too early. Apologies. I'm gonna take out Silver Sword here, just because.
Drowners. Of course.
They're fairly low level, but same time, I don't want to necessarily take chances. I can't be bothered looting those.
Fine grading. Couldn't push much through that.
Some dead drowners. There's another drowner. Ow, what the hell? It took me out of combat for a second there. On the plus side, as I said, they're low level, so they're not doing a hell of a lot of damage.
How you like that silver?
Definitely came through here.
There's a pearl there.
Antidote's wearing out. Gotta have another dose or get out.
I can have another dose.
Here.
I'm glad that Geralt reminded me there.
The thug Dijkstra hired.
Hopefully this stuff isn't flammable. I'm gonna quick save, just in case. Burning the body there just to stop potential drowners in the future. Sounds like more drowners.
Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Couldn't keep it down any more than the other guy. Need to burn the corpses. Otherwise drowners will never stop congregating. There. Maybe now the drowners will go feed elsewhere. Yet another shiny bauble. Getting close.
There's a door there that takes me out. I'm gonna walk around here and just loot, see if there's stuff I can find, because that would be nice. Everyone loves loot. Alright, so that's the door I want to go through, I think, but I'm going to come here first, just to see if I can get through here. Nope, it's locked. Which is interesting, because I don't know if I've ever got in there. But, you know. Maybe there's a way to get in there later, I don't know.
Bottom of a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra.
It's worth noting you can just come out this way and it'll take you out, rather than
Gold
running back
coin.
through there.
Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
He did say he wanted a barge, right? Also a treasure chest over here, which is nice. Got some good armor in there too. When I say good armor, I just mean armor that's worth a lot of money. That's my definition of good armor. Interesting though. So I guess it's time that we go investigate up top as well. Having said that, we're coming close to the time where I want to finish. Luckily, it's actually pretty easy to get back up to Dijkstra's place. You can just run back up here. I think I'll finish the main investigating part here, and then that'll be the end of the episode. I'm not quite full health, so I may as well eat some food. just to top myself back up. It says summarize with Dijkstra. I think you have to summarize first. Just because I know what's happened, I can actually look and do it beforehand, but apparently you can't. Talk to Dijkstra first and have a look with him.
I do. What do you want?
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Found a second corpse, one of the thieves. Threw up the antidote just like your man Fonz.
A beautiful death. Anything on the body?
Not much. Empty vial.
Wouldn't have left him behind if he was anybody. Common porter, must be. Knew nothing, means nothing. Dead end. Literally.
It's good talking to... Like, Dijkstra is really cool to talk to because he seemed like... Because he was a spy for so long, and like not even a spy, he was king of the spies essentially for Redania. He understands like how a heist like this would work.
Bits of
it's cool to get his
dropped
insight.
out of the crates, left a clear trail. You know, like the fairy tale with the crumbs.
I know the one. Hansel, Gretel, burning witches. Very fitting for Novigrad.
Trail leads to the river where the sewer lets out. Breaks off there. My bet, they loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Yeah, a cart drawn by sewer rats does seem unlikely. And since boats don't leave trails, it amounts to fuck all.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
Bottom of a silver cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for
Catalyst.
jests.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause an explosion.
Didn't know you were versed in alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography. Know anything else about this bomb? Anything at all?
Bomb went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Appen keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be acknowledged.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in me knickers.
When these two have a conversation, there's just so much sass and sarcasm. It's just over the top.
All right. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
Nothing here.
Oil.
Something floating on the surface. Oil, looks like. Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Happen. Drain pool 4, and bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
By the way, what about Happen? Could have overheard you mention the vault. Has access to the bathhouse whenever he wants.
Happen has numerous flaws. He's pompous, pretentious, can be a real prick sometimes, ironic as that may sound. But his loyalty's beyond question.
How can you be so sure?
Witchers know their monsters, spies know their men.
You trusted Philippa Eilhart once too.
True. But I didn't pull Philippa Eilhart out of a Kaviri prison the night before her execution.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertolt Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Impossible. Why?
Old Coot's been eating dirt since last winter. Couldn't have been here the day of the break-in.
He's dead? I'd not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie. So the family held a hush-hush funeral, but I have my sources.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuven. I'm certain of it.
Did you speak to him? Get a good look at him?
Disguised.
No. He merely passed by on the way in.
So you didn't see Henkel, you saw an impersonator. Think for once. They scooped out your balls, not your brain. And you, Geralt, start looking into this.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, off with you.
Yes?
Poor Happen. Although, I kind of agree with Dijkstra. Obviously, if you didn't talk to him, then you didn't really see him, per se. That's going to be it for today's episode. Like the video if you liked. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching. I shall see you next time, where we're going to go and investigate a dead man's house to see who was really there. My guess is probably Dandelion or someone he was working with. Intriguing. Bye.